and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're feeling good, I hope you're well, and I know you're wondering, like, Sandra, you're doing the most of your makeup today, and I'm like, okay, I know, like, it's two extremes with me. Either I just want to look like a fully fledged drag queen, or I just want to look like a bum. There's no in between with me. Like, it's either I'm literally a hippie or I'm just like the supermodel of the world. Like, today I felt, okay, let me just make effort if I want my videos to be top quality, yeah? So I curled my hair, I got everything done, I got these out. Don't look at them, they're old and rusty. But yeah, I thought, let me look nice for the video. So today is going to be a bit more of a serious video because it's a serious topic, duh. And I was inspired by it being Mental Health Day this week. I can't remember, I think it was on Wednesday or Thursday. Yeah, it was Mental Health Day, and it just made me realize how important mental health is and how it's becoming more of a talked about issue. A couple years back, people didn't really like to talk about their mental health because it's a huge kind of vulnerability to some people. So it's good that people are now opening up more about mental health, but I would just like to make a video on something specific. So this video is going to be about, dealing with mental health at university. Yeah, my 5 tips for that. Because when I started university, I started a bit late. I started at 21 because I was out there partying and I turned up for the life of me, and I wasn't focused on the actual goal, which was to pass the year. So it took me a couple of tries to get into uni, but I finally got into uni, yay, and we thank God. So I started uni at 21, and immediately my first 2 weeks of uni were the worst I've ever felt in my life. I felt depressed, I felt down, I felt like, is this the course I wanted to do? And I do child nursing, and I thought, is this what I really want to do? And it's not because I went there and I experienced how it was going to be for me. It was the fact that I was just so down, and I've come into an environment I'm not used to, and just, I don't know, I was just dealing with a lot of emotions. So at that point in time, I thought it was only me who was going through this. And as I begin to go through life and go through university, I started to understand that a lot of people go through mental health issues in university for one reason or another. So I would like to give my 5 tips, because right now, as I'm sitting in my 2nd year, I feel like I took several steps in the right direction by doing lots of things to help my mental health. Okay, so these are my 5 come on, Sandra. This is my 5 tips on how to deal with mental health in university. Tip 1: really think about your associations. Really think about your environment, who you're friends with, who you hang out with, where you go, and what you do. Okay, now individuals, human beings, can have a lot of effect on other human beings. So your friends can affect your mood directly, okay? And if you have friends who not necessarily up your ego, up your self-esteem, and always kind of make you feel sad, make you feel like you're not accomplishing much, trying to compete with you all the time, this will affect your mental health, because you will start to think, I'm not good enough, I'm not doing bits out here, I'm not, traveling the world and having designer, or I'm ugly, I'm fat, and this and that. So your association, who are your friends are, is a very big thing. And not only because they might make you feel down, but the things, the activities they involve themselves in. If they always involve themselves in activities that don't make your soul rich, in terms of they're really only bothered with superficial things, then that might affect your mental health, because it's not really getting you onto the right track. So So obviously if you're out partying all the time and not doing what you're meant to do, and then you fail your course and you fail a test, that's gonna affect your esteem, your ego and everything like that, and that's going to make your mental health worse. But if you have friends that know how to balance social life and work life, when they tell you, okay, it's time to go to the library, it's time to party, and then you see a result, you see, okay, I'm doing well in school, that will boost your mental health, that will boost your ego. Instead of friends who party all the time, then they go and study and they pass, and you party all the time, you go and study and then you fail, that will make your mental health worse. So friends associations are very important. Choose friends that up you, who encourage you. If your life goal and dream is to be a comedian, a chef or something like that, pick the friends who encourage you to chase your dreams and not down you and say, oh, you can't do that, no way, you can't, you're not an individual that can be a chef, be a comedian, you're not funny, you can't cook. Do you understand? Pick someone who can really support you. Number 2, now talking about association, if your mental health is down and you're feeling depressed, you're feeling anxiety, you're feeling paranoia, it's best not to isolate yourself. Do not isolate yourself. There's a reason why there's societies at university, because university is an experience. It's not only about going there and getting the course and having a degree, it's about the experience you gain from that. So if you feel down and depressed, please do not isolate yourself, because if you isolate yourself, you are going to get lost in your thoughts. You're going to get lost in those deep depressive thoughts, and you're going to go nowhere but downhill. You need to get out there, you need to socialize, you need to meet other people, you need to get your mind off of those thoughts that are telling you you're worthless, that are telling you you're too fat, you're too ugly, you can't do anything, you can't amount to nothing, you're lonely. You need to get out there and forget about that, because when you are so entangled in your own thoughts and stuff like that, and then you go out and you do something, you kind of forget, it kind of goes away. So if you're just thinking about something and then you go out and you play volleyball, or you go out and do karate, or you go out and express yourself in some type of art form, when you come back home, it's kind of like less of a weight on you, because you've forgotten about that thing. That weight has been lifted. It's not totally cured, it hasn't totally gone away, but it's not building up in your mind and making it bigger and bigger. And so you might meet friends there who are interested in the same thing as you, and you have something to talk about. You can release those emotions, and you can build worthy friendships where you can share your emotions and tell people how you feel, and that could be a load off of you, not just physically by sports or an activity, but emotionally you can release that load. Pause. But you know what I mean. So it's good to go out there and not isolate yourself. Number 3, which is, I feel this is important, and no matter what people say, this does directly affect your mental health: drugs and alcohol. Now, I know you're gonna be like, I gotta turn up sometime. Yes, if you feel like that is something that you need to enjoy yourself, by all means, it's good in moderation in terms of alcohol, but with drugs and alcohol, in excess, meaning drug abuse, it can affect your mental health greatly. Let's talk about weed, smoking weed. I know smoking weed is a big culture, especially at university. A lot of people smoke weed and stuff like that. But if you're going through a mental health issue and you're smoking weed and you're drinking, not only does it try and fill a void which is not fillable by these things, but it also alters your state of mind. So you get high and you're at this high, and then you get high and you're at this high, and then you forget about your depression, you forget about this, and then when you come back down, you crash down lower than you were before, and it makes you more depressed. It's proven that weed can make you depressed, it can make you paranoid, it can make you anxious. And if you're already going through mental health issues, this might actually worsen your condition, especially alcohol as well. You drink until you forget, but then when you remember, it comes 10 times worse. Then you have to drink more to forget. This can actually be detrimental, because then this can become a financial problem, an emotional problem, a physical problem in terms of your physical health as well. So these things, drugs and alcohol, can be a worse thing for your mental health, if you understand. So it's better you don't self-medicate with these things. Don't say, I'm sad, I'm gonna have a glass of wine, because that glass of wine will turn into two, it will turn into a bottle, then it'll turn into 2 bottles, and then it'll turn it into a problem. And you don't want to have any more problems than actually submitting in your assignments, because assignments are just a thing on its own. Like, you don't want to have any more stress, okay? So if you're one to smoke weed, fine. I'm not going to tell anyone you don't smoke. I don't smoke, but if you're someone that smokes weed, smoke. But if you know that truly deep down inside you, you're battling through a mental health issue, you're going through things, and you know this is not making you worse, it's something that you kind of crotch on, including alcohol, it's best to go seek help and go and try and reduce, if not stop it completely. And I'm sure you will see a change in your life. You will see a change. You will understand that your thoughts get clearer, your mood is better if you can replace this kind of activity with other activities that are beneficial to you, like exercise, again, societies, things that you like to do. That's better. Number four is something that I think that affects me if these things go wrong, and that's just organization in your life. So I'm not a very organized person. I'm not gonna say I'm so organized, no, my head is, like, you know when people say, oh, scatterbrain, I'm a scatterbrain. Like, I can be organized when I want to be organized, but it's my own scattered, messy organization, okay? The thing about me is I'm determined, but I'm organized. So I'll always be there, but I might be there a bit late. So that's me. But I've realized if I don't push myself to be organized in my life, things are going to be so scattered that I'm going to feel like a mess. And that's going to affect my mental health. I'm going to feel messy, okay? And what I'm getting at here is by organizing your thoughts, organizing yourself in your financial aspect, in your school and stuff like that, you're more put together, so you're put through less stress. And stress is the #1 cause of illness, both mentally and physically. So if you organize yourself, say you do your work on time, you come to class on time. Well, you know, I'm still working on that. I'm getting less and less late. You come to class on time, you know, you pay your bills on time, you have enough money to go out and do things. This will be less stress on you, because when you don't have money, when you don't get the right grades, when things like this happen to you, you feel like a failure. You feel kind of disheartened. You feel like all your other friends are passing, all your other friends can spend what they want to do, all your other friends are doing what they want to do because they have the money to, they have the spare time to. You're sitting at home trying to give in your essay, try and redo your essay and stuff like that, and it can affect your mental health. You can become depressed because you feel worthless. But if you actually organize yourself to do things on time, to manage your finances, this will help you a lot, because then you feel like your life is going a bit okay, you know. But if you don't organize yourself, all these things might come crashing down along with yourself. So it's good to organize yourself. And I'm not saying as I said again, I'm not a very organized, I'm not, perfect Polly or anything like that, but I have seen a benefit of being organized, okay? And I'm gonna be so organized this year because I've realized that being organized helps a lot in uni, and helps with your mental health as well. If everything's organized in your brain, if everything's okay, you're not so scattered, you're not so stressed, and stress is not a good thing for your mental health, okay? Fifth and final tip, I know you guys are getting tired of my voice, but fifth and final tip is to find your niche, to find what it is that you like to do and cultivate that, okay? You're thinking, Sandra, what does this got to do with anything? Well, with your mental health, when people have depression or anxiety or paranoia or any of those things, low mood, it kind of comes with a feeling of worthlessness. It comes with a feeling of low self-esteem. You're not good enough, you're not doing what they're doing, See, those people who are doing what they're doing have found what it is they're good at, and that builds their self-esteem. So people tell them, oh my god, you're so good at that, you know, that boosts your self-esteem. So you should go out there and find what you're good at. If you know you're good at doing hair, use that to your advantage. Make loads of wigs, do loads of hair on the side. Obviously in uni, try and do something on the side that in your spare time you can cultivate, make money from, receive that gratification from the society, your friends, whoever, to boost your confidence. If you know you're good at playing music, singing, go do that. That will boost your self-esteem. That can be that one thing that you know you're good at. No one else can tell you you're bad. Someone can tell you, oh, you're a bad singer, and you'll be like, huh, girl, I can hit these notes better than you could ever do. Like, you know that this girl, what she's saying, she's talking crap. You know that you can sing better than Beyonce. You know what I mean? So it gives you that kind of self-confidence, you know, not that you can't do anything, you're worthless. It preoccupies your time. So as I was going back to trying to find like an activity or something like that, if you find, okay, you're good at making wigs, make wigs. You can sell them. That way you get more financial gain, get more financial money, and that makes you happier. Less of the stress of paying for bills is on you. Do you understand? If you can play music, that's like an outlet, an emotion outlet. Write songs about what you're going through. You never know where that can take you. If you can cook, bring around your friends, they'll eat, they'll be like, oh my god, you know, Toby, you're such a good cook. Oh my god, you're so beautiful, you're so handsome. You know, that can build your self-esteem. So find your niche, find what you're good at, you know what I mean? And if you've lasted to the end of the video, I've got a bonus tip for you guys, and that is to be spiritual, to be close to God. You understand? So I've gone through these 5 tips, but this is the most important, all right? And I don't believe in shoving down my religion on anybody's necks. I'm a Christian. I believe in the Lord Jesus Christ, who is my savior, okay? But I know there's Muslims out there, I know there's Hindus, Jewish people, whoever, yeah? As long as you find solace in God, as long as you're close to God and you understand there's a higher being there looking after you, you should really depend on that being, okay? You need to depend on that being, okay? Because you can't do everything yourself, because as much as we like to think that we are the best thing ever, human beings' knowledge extends only so far. We are mortal, okay? We are very developed, smart human beings, but our knowledge is not infinite. Our knowledge is not infinite. There's a higher being up there who knows everything. So all your worries, all the things that you have, sometimes you need to leave it to him. When I'm worried about something that I know I don't have any control over, I leave it to God. I put it into prayer. I kneel down and I say, God, listen, this thing, no matter how small it is, this thing is, you know, worrying me. God, please, can you just, you know, take care of it? And you need to be faithful. Don't just say that and then not be faithful. Say it and mean it. Say, okay, God, I know you're there. Believe in him and he will do it. And I'm telling you this now, he is always faithful. He will always provide for you. Listen, I've been in times where I've been stressed, I've been tired, I've been this and that, but I've always gone through it, you know? So just be spiritual, believe, pray, and understand that God is always going to be there for you. And that's my 6 tips on how to, you know, deal with mental health in university. If you have any other tips, or you feel like I've missed out something, or you feel like there's other things you can do, because I didn't say everything. There's prayer, there's meditation, there's a healthy diet, there's this, that and the other, but I feel like those are the 5 main tips. So if you feel like there's more, please let me know down below. And if you enjoyed this video, thumbs up. And I love you guys. Leave me a special comment about how your mental health journey. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Bye. Okay, this is the end of the video.